Hey everyone, Anton here from Dropship Lifestyle, and I am on a call with Michael Coglin, and him and his business partner Nathan are actually two Dropship Lifestyle members who have been with us for I think well over a year now. And a little while ago, they transitioned into selling on Amazon. They're importing items, they are keeping them in Amazon's warehouses, selling through what's called Amazon FBA, and they're doing very well with it. So I wanted to speak to Mike on the phone today and kind of just walk through his story in case anyone else is interested in this. In Dropship Lifestyle, I do hit on importing as something you'll probably want to do as you build your business and build your brand. And this is really a perfect story because it's exactly what Mike and Nathan did. So yeah, welcome to the podcast, Mike.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Just a little bit about myself for those who don't know me in the DSL community. I have a pretty, I think, long progress thread in there. I think mine and Johnny's are, two of the most viewed and replied to in the DSL forum. But basically, like you said, I started a couple years back, actually, I think 2 years ago, and I actually failed at my first store, and I sent you a ton of emails and whatnot, and I stuck with it, and I finally broke through. And towards my last couple months, I had about between three. I was easily clearing about 3,000 profit each month for my one main store. I was just about to kind of break that 5,000 mark right when I was in Thailand, actually, right before the retreat.
Mhm.
And Nathan and I had stayed in contact, and that's really when the idea of importing, kind of controlling our own margins, and creating our own product kind of really hit me. And that's really when we took the leap. Was about 1 year ago.
I'm curious when you two first discovered Amazon FBA, and we will talk about what that is for people that aren't familiar with it yet or don't know that much about it. But what inspired you guys for Amazon specifically to get into that marketplace?
Specifically, Amazon, I think it's a couple main things. The first off being the massive kind of customer base that Amazon has off the bat, where we're trying to drive traffic through Google or Bing or Yahoo ads, whatever it may be, with drop shipping for Amazon. And you can send obviously Amazon ads to drop shipping as well. With Amazon, just I think the difference is when people are going to Amazon, they're in that kind of purchase mindset more than they are if they're kind of browsing on Google or whatnot. And so, one to kind of tap into their multi-billion-dollar industry, obviously I think was a big part of it, but it really was some of the conversion rates we were hearing on Amazon in general. And so, I think a normal e-commerce store would be, you know, 2% would be good, would be a good conversion rate. 3% would be great. Even 1% is pretty good. A lot of people are throwing out 10% conversion rates on their product listings, 15, 20% conversion rates. Like it's a pretty normal thing. And so that's really what drew us in, I think, the most was that conversion rate kind of aspect to the Amazon product listing pages.
Yeah, those types of conversion rates for people that just own normal e-commerce stores, they blow me away. We had a speaker at last year's retreat out in Chiang Mai in Thailand, Ben Brandis, who is he sells supplements on Amazon, and it was funny. He said they launched a new product on Amazon to their existing audience, and he said his conversion rate was 50% on it. And honestly,
Wow.
he's a great guy, and I do trust him. But like it's you hear a number like that, and it just kind of blew me away. Like 50%,
Yeah.
that's just insane. Because like you said, we kind of with our e-commerce stores as a baseline, we want to get to 2% to a 2% conversion rate, and when we're
Yep.
there, we know that things are going well, and then we can work on constantly improving it. And don't get me wrong, it's profitable, it's it works, but at a 50% conversion rate, it just seems like it's impossible not to make money. If half the people that hit your page are gonna check out and send some money your way, it's amazing to me. And just talking about that Amazon marketplace, you hit on it, how big it is with the multi-billion-dollar industry. I have another friend who sells supplements on Amazon, and not his own, not private labeled. He just buys supplements from the manufacturers. He sends them to Amazon FBA, and they're doing between 400 and 500K a month in sales. So almost half a
Wow.
million a month. Yeah, and the way he described the Amazon marketplace to me, which I kind of liked, he said it's basically there's so much cash flowing through it every second, every minute. And once you get your product on there, it's kind of just like trying to reach out and just like grab a small piece of it and like grab a small piece of it. And yeah,
Sure.
for him, he's been able to grow it into that massive business. And I think they're continuing to grow it even bigger. So Very interesting. I think with Amazon, everyone knows what it is. They know what Amazon.com is. Can you explain? Because you're not just selling on Amazon; you're selling through Amazon FBA, which stands for Fulfillment by Amazon. Can you talk
Yep.
about that and what that actually means?
Sure. And so, just to clarify, I guess a little bit more, you don't have to do, there's other fulfillment centers, in the US and or across the world. I choose to use Amazon FBA for a couple main reasons. So basically, when I get my product from my supplier, there's two different routes you can go. One, I always recommend sending the product to yourself first and inspecting it. It's the first time you're having a supplier. You want to take a look at it, make sure the quality is, where you want it to be and whatnot. After you kind of build some trust with the supplier, you can have the supplier send it directly to Amazon's warehouses. And so what Amazon will do is they'll tell you you're going to send out, I have 500 units coming in of, product A. They're going to tell you, all right, we need 150 in our California fulfillment center, another 150 in our Midwest center, and another, 200 here on the East Coast. They mainly break it up for the Amazon Prime members and whatnot. But basically, the reason I personally love Amazon FBA the most is they take care of all of our customer service. So obviously there's a fee. It's a 15% fee in most categories from your sale price. And then there's a couple little tacked on things like 10 cents if you want them to add labels and whatnot. It's pretty minor fees in my opinion. Um, Storage fee I think is maybe a penny a unit or something. It's again it's small fees. And the thing I love the most about Amazon FBA is they take care of all of the when someone purchases, they'll deposit the money directly into my bank account every 2 weeks. Any refunds, they handle all the refunds. You can call Amazon, they have you send the product back, uh, refund money goes out. You don't have to deal with any angry customers or anything like that. They deal with packing, shipping, labeling. They do all of that for you. It's sent on top of their account through, I think Amazon uses UPS. And it's just, I mean, it's there pretty much anywhere within 2 to 3 days, even if you're not using Amazon Prime. It really is just, it takes away, so much. I don't think stress is the right word to say, but it really clears your schedule up because you're not having to worry about, again, any of the customer service side because, Amazon is taking care of it from shipping your product to dealing with, customers good and bad to paying you. It really just takes it to a whole new level besides them storing your product in the warehouse, them making sure if there's any unfulfillable items, which is actually unique about Amazon. I don't know if other fulfillment centers do this, but if Amazon actually damages your item, they pay you full price for it.
Oh wow,
And
sale
yeah,
price?
they do. Yeah, sale price.
Wow.
And so, like I know, like the last time we sent an order of 500 units in, they damaged, and again, I don't even know if they damaged it or the supplier damaged it, but they said that it was their fault, and we got 8 units at our full sale price of, I think we are at 35.97 at that point. So we literally just we made,
Yeah.
all that money doing nothing. I mean, literally they paid us, and it was just they're like, we're sorry. And what's even better is they sent us the kind of the extra product back. And so, if we wanted to fix it up, if we want to send out replacement parts from it
Right,
to
right,
any
right.
customers, we're able to. And so it's like an extra bonus, I guess.
Even if you wanted to resell it, like you said, that's refurbished or whatever on eBay, you could still profit from it. So that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. I think out of everything you mentioned with the benefits of selling on their marketplace, for me, it would be that customer service because,
Yeah.
customer service with e-commerce, when people are spending money online, they have questions. If there's problems, of course, they're going to call. They have every right to. But it's something that, especially if you're trying to build a location independent business, it's something you have to hire for very early on. So everyone I know that's living out in Southeast Asia or anywhere in a different time zone than the States, they're outsourcing customer service. So like what we do is, we pay a company to answer phone calls. So what's great about this is, you're not actually paying the company. It's just all done by Amazon, which is known for their amazing support. So it's basically like having the best support team in the world working for you. So I think that's just a huge advantage that's often overlooked.
It really is. And I think you said it perfectly. And I think the nice thing is you can, try to grow this $1 million business and you could still be a single person. You don't have to have this huge team of, 3 people answering phone lines, another couple people working on keeping the product, site and your entire site up to date and changing all this stuff around. It's really Amazon takes care of almost everything. So one person truly can build this, $1 million business just by themselves.
So if that's happening, so they're handling, they handle the shipping, they handle the customer service, they basically, they handle the order processing, the payment processing. So what's your responsibility as an Amazon product owner, as an Amazon FBA seller? Let's say you want to grow your business, you want to, just scale it up. What can you actually do to do that?
So I think where me and Nathan have, I don't think varied from other courses that are out there, you know, in our Amazon experiences, we prefer to sell in the same category and build off the same product. And so compared to just kind of randomly stabbing in, sports and outdoors or electronics this time and baby in this time, we find a product that works. And we usually, I think it's very similar to what you do, where if you're selling that office chair, well, what about the office, the desk, the
Right.
keyboard for the, all that kind of stuff, the printer, same kind of concept with that, where we find products that relate to one another, and we try to build our brand that way. So instead of again trying one product in sports and outdoors, one in baby, one electronics, we have three products all in sports and outdoors. They all feed off on one another, and then the nice thing is that they can cross sell. But on top of that, basically, besides creating more products, I think within that same, kind of category, that's I'd say number one. Two, you have to kind of watch your inventory. It's kind of known that once you start selling on Amazon and you're making consistent sales a day, 10, 20, 50, 100 sales a day, whatever it may be, to never run out of inventory. You don't want to, people will. We actually started our price at $29.97 just to test the market for one of our products. We did very well right there. We kept raising it and raising it, and we started getting low on inventory down to our last 50 units, and so we jacked it up to $39.97, and people still kept buying it, and you
Wow.
feel bad because you're like, this is $10 more than everyone else. Why wasn't I selling at $40 the whole time?
Right.
Especially as that product costs you $5.
So
And so, sorry, go
Where
ahead.
is the I mean, that's amazing. That's an amazing margin. But why? So it sounds like it's not all about price then on Amazon, right? Because obviously, if you raise your prices 25% and sales keep coming in, what does it come down to? Why are people buying from, let's say, you or someone else? Because I know with Amazon, with FBA, a lot of it is selling private labeled products, which of
Yep.
course makes a lot of sense. It's a great business model. But there's a lot of similar products. So if it's not just based on price, what makes that difference? Why someone would choose you over someone else? Or are there just so many products and so many buyers that everyone gets sales? How does that work?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think that because there's so many people buying, if you have a half decent product, you're going to make a couple sales a day. I don't consider, three sales a day a big deal. But if you're making, $30 true profit margin, that's almost $100 just selling three products a day. So again, it's not, it can still work for you very well.
Right.
But I think mainly, I think it goes back to, I think with any e-commerce business, I think our product listing, um, we really take the time to make sure our photos look significantly better than our competitors. The kind of sales page of it, the I guess the how we convert, how we draw people in, whatnot. We have, I think, great bonus offers that we're offering with our product that other competitors are not. I think a lot of people on Amazon, they use ebooks or whatnot. We tried to go a slightly different route where we're actually trying to offer like a gift card kind of purchase, where if you buy this, you get a gift card for another product off or whatnot.
Oh, great.
Yeah, we tried different techniques. I mean, I like anything just to see what converts the best. Um, but lastly, I think it's once, I think it depends, is where I really think the ads that we have on Amazon, and our product title and our images, I think that is really where we set ourselves apart from the competition, where our product just looks more expensive.
Uh,
It really does. I mean, I think just, I think a lot of things we have the exact same product, where we did a tiny upgrade. I think it was like a 20-cent upgrade for the casing
right.
that holds one of our products. And I'll just say it's a mesh bag that holds one of our products, compared to I don't even know how to describe it, like a really bad plasticky bag that
Right.
was the original. And so we paid 20 cents extra. We have the exact same product on Amazon, but ours sells for $10 more just because it looks more expensive.
Yeah,
It really
it's
does.
that perceived value. you see that in a lot of different things. Like even when you go into a Best Buy or into any big kind of store, there's a lot of really crappy product. I'm not saying you have a crappy product. There's a lot of crappy products that are put into these boxes that are worth more than the actual product that's inside it. And it makes sense, when the shopper's looking at a shelf, or even on Amazon, because you have the box shots, and you see something that just looks like, hey, here's your product in this little crappy nylon bag, or here's this nicely presented product. It just, even like you said, a 20-cent difference could change in the customer's mind. The price maybe could be double because they think the whole product's worth more if the packaging is. So I totally understand that. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. And so, I mean, just to expand on that further, they have even more options. So we could do a 50-cent upgrade or a dollar upgrade on top of the packaging and whatnot. I think, again, I don't think you have to do the dollar packaging. I think you have to understand your market. I think the market was looking for just something, my market was looking for something just a little bit more than what that real basic crappy plastic bag was offering.
Right. Yeah, no, definitely. It makes a lot of sense. I had another question for you. So with the like the niche selection process for when you sell on Amazon, with drop shipping, obviously I like to sell expensive products because our margins are maybe 20% on average, 25%. So we have to sell expensive items to make each sale profitable. You're saying with Amazon, at least from your experience, you could sell products between $30 and $40 that cost you $5. Obviously, there's other costs involved with Amazon shipping and whatnot, but your margins are great. So I'm just thinking with the niche selection, when you're looking at price points of kind of where you want to be, if you're going to sell on Amazon, what's the sale price you want to go for? Is there a target range?
I think there is, and I think this is where, again, Nathan and I kind of vary from others, where some people, they'll sell the $9.97 items, $9.97 items, because they can get it for, I don't know, a dollar from China sent over.
Mm-hmm.
The issue with going that low, at least in my opinion, is, well, again, that's before Amazon takes it out. That's before shipping, from China. That's before not only the Amazon fee, but the any packing, shipping, labeling, whatever. So let's just say that's, $5 gone right down the drain.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have $5 left. Well, to start off, I mean, you're going to need to drive ads because you're not going to rank organically within Amazon right off the bat. And so now if your ads cost maybe 10 cents a click, you're in good shape. In my experience, ads on Amazon do not cost anything under 80 cents a click.
Right.
Realistically, like we're paying about $1.30 a click for our product. For the main keywords, I should say. Not that some aren't under $1. But for the really main keywords that are driving traffic, you got to look at least at $1 click to be realistic. And so now you're hoping, even if you're converting at that 20% rate that everyone's kind of aiming for on Amazon, now with $5 left, you made maybe $1 a sale.
Yeah.
Which isn't worth it in my opinion. I think it's the same thing where you talk about, you can sell a $200 item or you can sell a $50 item. I'm going to sell the $200 item, make the bigger profit.
Right.
Exact same concept. So I think nothing under $19.99. That's just my personal preference. I also don't think anyone should be looking to sell over $60 on Amazon. It not that you can't. I mean, obviously products sell very well on Amazon over that $60 market, but that seems to be, in my opinion, the sweet spot. And again, I even think 60 is high. I would say even between 20 to 50 is really that goal you're aiming for.
Do you think that's because above 60, the customer, like it's hard to get a 20% conversion rate? It sounds crazy to say, but like, is it harder to get that because it's more of something the customer thinks about if they're gonna, take out their credit card and spend, closer to $100 plus? Obviously, it's more of a decision than if something's just 20 or $30. Like, yeah, I'll buy this, whatever, one click purchase and it's mine. Is that the reason?
I think so, and I think it goes just down to if people spend like $30, they're like, oh, whatever. That's a date night with me and my girlfriend or whatever.
Right.
They spend $150. They're like, maybe I need to think about this some more. Maybe I need to research it.
Right.
So I definitely think you lose that kind of just I don't want to call it impulse buying. There you go. But I mean, you really do just kind of lose that because again, $30, you're just like, whatever.
Right. No, it makes
or a lot. I should say a lot more people are like, oh, whatever. That's just $30. Where not everyone can say, oh, that's just $150.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's usually like a day's pay to most people. So you're thinking about that one a lot. And then I guess another thing too that probably would be an issue with that on the other side of not your conversion rate, but also buying inventory. So that's a question I'm sure people that are listening to this are going to have. Let's say they're like, yeah, I love it. It makes sense. I want to sell on Amazon. But let's say you're just getting started out. What's a realistic budget for inventory? So like if you're selling, in your sweet spot of $20 to $60 for the sale price, and you're saying maybe the item cost is $5 to $20, but how many of them do you have to purchase? How much cash do you actually need to invest into this?
I think that's where it varies with everyone where they feel comfortable. For our first product is again, so we took our drop shipping product profits,
Yep.
and I put in right off the bat. I put in $5,000. I was like, I'm going for it.
Yeah.
And so I went with a more expensive product than most for my first product. I think, well, I guess not for my first product, but one of the main products I was looking at, it was $8 to get to the US. That is significantly more than I think most people start on Amazon. Most people start right around kind of $2 to $3 range.
Okay.
But I just, I went for it. So I didn't get as many products as I wanted, just obviously because it costs more. But I would say anywhere between, really 150 to 500 units to start is a good amount.
Okay.
Mainly because, so Amazon's going to pay you every 2 weeks. The reason I kind of like, anywhere between that is as you start selling, 3 a day, 5 a day, whatever, and you're making $50, true profit a day. I just want you to have enough product to make it through that first paycheck from Amazon so you can reorder. That's really just the goal there. So you have to have enough product to last 2 weeks. And so obviously sometimes you're going to misjudge it. So like on my very first product, I misjudged it. I sold out within like 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
And yeah, I didn't mean to. It's just I went into a very competitive market, and I, paid premium for the ads to kind of boost me up there. And I sold out again much quicker than I wanted to. It wasn't the plan, but in general, I think the main goal for anyone should be is have enough product ordered to again last the first 2 weeks so you can get paid from Amazon, take that paycheck immediately, reinvest into more products, and kind of keep it rolling from there.
Right. So this isn't anything like obviously it's not getting rich quick, but it's more about like building a huge business through Amazon and reinvesting your profits so you have enough inventory to do huge volume. That's what it sounds like, right?
It is. And so I guess, technically if you wanted to buy 500 units, like I did, I guess I could have just sold it and walked away with the, 6,000 profit or I had made.
Yeah.
I guess I could have, but at that point, why, why do that? You see something that's working, that's selling. I don't have a seasonal product, so it's not like I'm worried about selling, I don't even know what's a seasonal product, like, something for Christmas or whatever, like
Right.
a Christmas tree or anything like that, ornaments. And so, again, my thought was, why not just keep reinvesting it and keep ordering these huge amounts?
Yeah, you've
and
proven
really
the concept, so why not reinvest the profits until you're at an income level where you're happy with whatever that is. Just keep growing it and growing it and growing it, and then take out the money when you're ready. Yeah, it makes sense.
Exactly.
So this is all really good stuff. I wanted to mention for everyone listening to this. Obviously, I mentioned earlier that Mike and Nathan are both members of Dropship Lifestyle, and I've been in touch with them for years now. And for anyone that wants more information on this, go over to FBAempire.com. That's a website that they created that's really shares a lot of their knowledge on this stuff, because you guys have been doing this for what, about 6 months now or longer?
Yeah, well, almost a year,
Almost
but
a year.
6 months we've been hitting it really hard. The first 6 months was probably just really kind of babying and growing a single product.
Yep.
And then from there, trying to expand our brand and whatnot.
Yeah, so this is something they've been learning and testing a lot. I've been speaking to Mike about different membership sites that we're both working on, and it was interesting to like hear through this process of how many sales are coming in and getting updates on the business, and it's growing and growing and growing. So I thought what would be better than to be able to share this information with the Dropship Lifestyle community and really everyone that's interested in Amazon. I know because I see in my Facebook newsfeed all the time, there's a lot of Amazon courses out there that sell for like $3,000 to $5,000 that teach you how to sell on Amazon. And
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, in my opinion, it's kind of ridiculous. Trust me, I 100% agree that education is valuable, and that if you could buy something that you'll learn to profit from, then why not spend money on it? But man, 5 grand for an online course is
Well, I heard that course is going up to eight next time it
woo.
launches in April. 8,000.
Come
Yeah.
on. I mean, when you look at that, and then plus the money you're going to put into inventory, which,
Yep.
that will make you money, but just come on, for the education, it seemed a little ridiculous. So, yeah,
Yep.
so we spoke about this. And if you're interested in really learning like everything that a seller that has a big Amazon business already, it's with Mike and Nathan that are growing it like crazy. And if you want to learn this business model for yourself, if you want to be walked through all of the steps of it, go to FBAempire.com. It's super reasonable to get started. There's also a lot of free content on there. You could find out like what niches you never want to sell in, which ones on Amazon just won't work. Lots of really good tips. And then from there, if you want to follow their step-by-step process, get access to the forum where people are talking about this and what's working in their business and what's not. And if you want to do it for a reasonable investment that you 100% can make your money back and profit from, then definitely check it out. It's FBAempire.com. And another thing that you were telling me, Mike, that I loved when we were first talking about helping people sell on Amazon, you were saying you're going to be doing an updated video series based on like what's working and what people really want to learn more about.
Yes, exactly. And actually it's expanding off something that Nathan and I thought. So again, there's one or two courses out there. There's really just one. There's that one main one selling for 5,000 right now. But I think with anything in a lot of the courses, they don't ever like show you their products. And so me and Nathan had the idea to launch a brand new product, to create a case study that would be, open book. We're going to show all of our, not just screenshots. We're going to take you through the actual like a video screen share of our actual Seller Central, of our ads, of our actual products. You're actually going to learn what our product is, for the case study. You can see how well it's done. On I think on the 6 week mark on that one, we profited actually money in our pocket, like $3,500
Nice.
already, just 6 weeks in, after initial investment and a reorder and all that kind of stuff. And I got this idea really from that Fast Business Insider video series that you do,
Yep.
where we're going to every month to 60 days. It depends on top of the questions that we try and tackle. We're going to be creating not just new videos, but we're going to let our members in the forum vote on, let's say, the top 5 kind of questions that are mentioned inside the forum during that time that me and Nathan keep answering, or people are directly emailing us and whatnot. We're going to create a poll, and everyone's going to get to vote. At the end of the month, we're going to run videos on 2 to 3 of the top questions that everyone wants to know more about. We're going to create a video for it. We're going to add it to the members area, and we're going to keep doing this again every 30 to 60 days. And so, for example, we've actually already started our first one. And our first one is actually, again, how I mentioned earlier in the podcast, where if you kind of run out of inventory, it's just considered just that's not supposed to happen with Amazon. And so our case study product had jumped as high as into the top 2,000 BSR ranking for sports and outdoors, which is pretty good. Anything in the top really 3,000 selling pretty well. And so from that, we completely ran out of inventory. I'm actually placing the order tomorrow, from China. That's where our supplier is. And right now, I think our BSR for that case study product is as high as I think like 150,000 right now, or something like that. It's something crazy where it's basically not ranked. And so we're going to show everyone, if they happen to run out of inventory, they made a mistake, their product sold faster than they thought, it's not the end of the world. We're going to show them, our steps, exactly how we were going to go from basically 200,000 BSR back to 2,000 BSR, how many days it takes, and the exact steps that we took to do it.
I love that. And just for anyone listening right now, that's like, what is BSR? I don't get this at all. Don't even worry about it yet.
Yeah.
In FBA Empire on FBAempire.com, like this is what is explained. I've went through this course and these instructional videos, and like it's perfect. Like if you think maybe you have a little grasp after listening to this of what Amazon FBA is and how it works. This will take you through like the exact step-by-step process that Mike and Nathan went through, and then in addition to like those case studies where you could actually see their products and see their dashboard. I mean, if you're thinking about doing this, like even thinking about selling on Amazon, this is a way to not only learn a proven system, but to see in the back end of a successful business that's happening right now and that's growing right now. So between all that and the forum and the updated videos, I honestly think this is a no-brainer, and that's why I was so happy when Mike and Nathan had this idea, because I know the value in online education through Dropship Lifestyle. I've seen it affect like so many people. So I thought, okay, this is another method of e-commerce, right? Slightly different than dropshipping, but it's e-commerce. It's selling physical products. It's making money with it. It's doing it in a way that can be semi-automated. So I really wanted to be able to share this information with everyone. So that's why we all work together to bring this knowledge together and share it in a way that's very similar to Dropship Lifestyle, in the fact that it's step-by-step process that also has the community aspect of it through our forum where you can connect with everyone, and to really like step it up a whole nother level, it's those case studies where you could see the live products and see the back end of their Amazon account. So really amazing stuff. And I'll just say it again, if you have any interest in selling on Amazon, you don't need to spend $5,000 to $8,000 on a course.
Yeah.
It's I'm sure it's valuable, but it's not, in my opinion, it's too much money. So go to FBAEmpire.com, read through all the free content there, and if you want to follow the step-by-step system, if you want access to the forum, and if you want to get those updated videos and case studies, just sign up, because there's tons of value here. So yeah, really happy, Mike. Thanks for talking today. And do you have anything else you want to say in closing?
Yeah, I think just one more thing, and Nathan and I were always in the forums. Again, we were very active in the DSL forums. We're very active in the FBA Empire forums. You have any questions, email us, whatnot. But really, if you actually want to meet us in person, we will be at the DSL retreat, actually giving a presentation on top the FBA kind of aspect and selling on Amazon. And so again, we will be in Thailand. I think October 8th to the 11th is the dates.
Yes.
And so, anyone listening to this, even if, you're going to be there for dropship and whatnot, Nathan and I will be there. We'll be more than happy, to give you even more information then.
Yeah, excited for it. We're going to do the presentation then at the retreat in Krabi in Thailand, and we'll have some mastermind sessions where, of course, we're going to be talking about dropshipping, we're going to be talking about private labeling, importing, and of course, selling on Amazon now. So this is a great way to get into it now before the retreat, so you could kind of maybe even have a product live by then, be making some money and work on scaling your business there. But yeah, that sounds great, and I hope to see everyone in the forum and of course the retreat, because the live events are awesome. So yep. I guess we'll wrap it up here. And again, FBAEmpire.com. If anyone has any questions, there'll also be there's a contact form there, so you could fill it out, and we'll help you answer any questions you have about this if you're not ready yet. So hopefully everyone goes there and checks it out. Again, even the free posts right there now are just super valuable. So even if you're not sure if this is for you yet, take a look, because you might find something that changes your mind. So
sure.
Yep. Again, yeah, Mike, thanks for talking, and I'm sure we'll be in touch soon. So, yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for having me on.
All right.